Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And His only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So we gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing in truth to the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening learning, you few sisters who are listening learning. So I'm coming at you another lesson, the truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord wants to be edifying. And I don't know what I'm going to title this lesson just yet, but I was listening to this guy who was a former gangster disciple, and he was talking about how Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, set up Martin Lucifer Queen, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and Farrakhan to be so-called Negro leaders. And I was just thinking about when we was in the world bugged out following the philosophy of the so-called white man. Because when you dig into truth, everything goes back to the so-called white man. When you dig into these books, whatever type of book you was reading, no matter what it is, it all goes back to the so-called white man's philosophy. As it tell you in Colossians 2:8, which I love to bring out so much, the word rudiments in Colossians 2:8, when you go to the definition, which we went into last night. And last night we really went into the depth of the words that's of the word rudiment, which mean foundations, fundamentals, essentials, first principles, beginnings. These are the things that the so-called white man has embedded in our mind, man. It's called brainwashing. So the Lord said in Deuteronomy 28:48 that we should go to the enemy for the one of all things. It say in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness, right? That's food, clothes, and water. And it say in the one of all things, that's transportation, housing, work, schooling. So that's 7 things: food, clothes, water, transportation, housing, work, schooling. That's 7. That's completion. And then it say you're gonna put a yoke on our neck. So we had to go to the so-called white man for the one of all things. So I'm listening to this guy, and he was like, yeah, they set up, the so-called white man set up our leaders to basically destroy us, man. Everything goes back to Esau Edom philosophy, which the Lord said that was one of the curses, that we had to learn the ways of the so-called white man, that we was going to eat the foul foods no matter what we were scattered at. This is a part of the curses. So I'm listening to this guy, and man, it's heavy. The Lord really did a number on us, man. I mean, we did a number on the Lord. But the Lord really, hey, you know how you say you gonna get a nigga back? They do something to you, you gonna get them back. You know how Jake is. The Lord really did a number on us, man, because we did a number on the Lord. And I was thinking about how the Lord is reverting us back to one leader, one faith, one gospel, one spirit, sound doctrine. I don't care what book you go into, it all goes back to the so-called white man. And that's what the Lord said in Ecclesiastes 12. Be admonished, which mean the word admonished mean to be warned, of making many books, There is no end and much study as a weariness to the flesh. When you go into all these books, the so-called white man gonna have you bugged out, man. So I was just meditating, thinking about a few precepts. Because when you read in 1 Corinthians 4 and 15, the Lord say, though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have you not many fathers. There's a lot of guys teaching, allegedly teaching the truth, right? There's a lot of guys allegedly teaching you Hebrew Israelites, we have to follow the ways of the Lord. What is that? Judges 5 and 11. Rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. There's a lot of guys telling you that you Israelites, but they are not giving you sound doctrine. That's why I say in 1 Corinthians 4 and 15, though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have ye not many fathers. And our spiritual fathers are the apostles of Great Millstone. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, and Apostle Ramlah, man. And you got the elder bishops, which are our uncles, our spiritual uncles. We got spiritual fathers and spiritual uncles, who the Heavenly Father set up, which is Jeremiah 3 and 15, to give us sound doctrine, man. To cause us to return to one leader, man. One. And again, 1 Corinthians 4 and 15, though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have you not many fathers. It's a lot of people teaching Jesus Christos, Serapis Christus, Jesus Christ. It's a lot, man. For though you have 10,000 instructors, yet have you not many fathers, man. We got 4 spiritual fathers that's been teaching us sound doctrine of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. And we have spiritual uncles, the elder bishops and elders that's been teaching us sound doctrine, man, of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, which is turning us back to one faith, one gospel, one spirit, man. We all speaking the same thing, man. I'm talking about them of Great Millstone. And that's through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Esau set these people up to destroy us. And on top of them, when you ask the average, when you go to a 5th grade or 6th grade class, and you ask the average little Israelite jakes that's in class, what do you want to be when you grow up? 7 out of 10, maybe 9, 8 out of 10 is going to say a basketball player, a football player, a baseball player, right? You would not hear them say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a brain surgeon. You're going to hear Jake say they want to be what their leaders are. You don't hear about the leaders of Jake that's brain surgeons. At least you go to Google or DuckDuckGo and pull his history up and find out who was the first brain surgeon. But everybody know one of the first so-called Negro baseball players, right? You got Hank Aaron and Jackie Robinson. Everybody know that. But when you tell them who was the first black or first so-called Negro brain surgeon, they can't tell you, man. But they damn sure can tell you who ran that pigskin up and down the court and up and down the football field, man. They damn sure can tell you who was the fastest female that ran, far as I know, Flojo. I don't know her real name. Then you had Carl Lewis, right? Those are the average people that Jacob say, oh yeah, Carl Lewis, one of the fastest men on foot. Flojo, I don't know her real name, one of the fastest women on foot. Ask Jay who was the first black brain surgeon. They can't tell you. These are the things that Esau have branded, have embedded in our mind, man. And if it had not been for the Lord, as it tell you in Psalm 124, we'll be destroyed out here, man. But call out Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua for bringing us back to this, man. As Peter said, I'm going to put you in remembrance. I'm going to stir up your pure mind. Pure meaning, before we was defiled, by the customs of the heathens, we had a pure mind which was focused on Yahweh, man. Bahashem Yahushua. And that's what the Lord is doing to the remnant of Israel, man. Putting our mind back in pureness. And it can't be defiled anymore, man. Again, Kahala Wahawala Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man. So I was just thinking about Isaiah 9. You got Isaiah 9. Let me read it. Man, look at them. So many accidents, man. Isaiah 9. Salakia. The Lord, I did a lesson maybe about 2 months ago. We see the Lord's face, man, and we are hearing his words. The Lord has revealed himself to the remnant. Because remember, say he hid his face from us for a time. When you read in Deuteronomy 32 and 20, the Lord said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end shall be. Well, Yahweh said in John 6:44, in the end, he shall raise up men. Right? So, just a couple precepts. Thinking about how this bastard, which is the Lord that let him do it, but he used your leaders, Hank Aaron, and they used this slow belly nigga Bill Russell to push the Capri Sun, man. And that nigga died. They used Bill Russell and Walter Payton, man, to push to get you to trade the Capri Sun, and both of them niggas is back in the spiritual realm, man. Dead. I used to love Walter Payton, man. I even got this nigga throwback jersey, man. And the apostle said this years ago, man, that they was going to use your leaders to make you take anything that the so-called white man pushes out in the government. Anything that the so-called white man pushes in the world, he's going to make your leaders, he's going to use your leaders to push it on you, man. Which is philosophies. Everything goes back to books, right? Who wrote the books? All these encyclopedias, right? You got in the Jewish encyclopedia, the 1925 Jewish encyclopedia tell you, 1925 on page 41. You can go to Google and pull this up. It said that Edom is modern day Jewry, meaning they are pretending to be the Jews. Go look it up. Who wrote that book? Who put that together? The so-called white man. Who is Esau Edom? Right? Well, what his name is? William Beeston. Who wrote that book? A so-called white man. Who is Esau Edom? By Charles Wiseman. Who wrote that book? A so-called white man. The Edomites, man. Devastation of the Indies. We was going to that last night. De las Casas, man. Spaniards, conquistadors. They wrote down everything that they did, man. All the history, and I guess 304. All the history that the Lord had these bastards to write down for us, man. It came from the so-called white man. But he uses our people to keep us docile, man. Because they all have taken the bag. And I had one of the brothers get that last night in Sirach 20 when you start at verse 9. This is Isaiah 9 and 16. For the leaders of this people call them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. We have been led, let's get this one, by the wicked, but he uses our people to do it. Isaiah 3 and 12 adds to my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee call thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Right? Well, who set up your leaders? It said they that lead thee. It say children are our oppressors. So it's a so-called white man that set up your leaders. More proof. When you go to Psalms 10 and 10, it reads, he croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Who is this that croucheth and humble himself? The so-called white man that make the poor fall by his strong ones. Who's his strong ones? T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Geno Jennings, Pastor Brian, right? IUIC, GOCC, ISUPK, Sakari, WFI, Sons of Thunder. All these guys is lying to you, man. Now we know for a fact the IUIC and ISUPK had a 501c3, and GOCC. We know for a fact that they got the 501c3. They have been paid off, man. But remember, Yahweh Shema Shah set these guys up. Because 2/3 got leaders too, man. 2/3 got leaders. That's another lesson I did about a month or two ago. 2/3 got leaders as well, man. As the 1/3 is being led to righteousness, 2/3 are being led to folly and wrath and wickedness, destruction, man. That's the balance of the Lord. You read Proverbs 11:1 and Proverbs 16 and verse 11. But these leaders are set up by the Lord, man. But he using the so-called white man to set up these leaders. And I was just listening to this guy because he said Martin, Malcolm, and Marcus Garvey, man. Martin, Malcolm, and Marcus, 3 M's, man. Can't make this shit up, man. And I remember Trick Dad in the song. He talking about Martin, Malcolm, and Farrakhan. Farrakhan's another one, man. Martin, Malcolm, Marcus, Farrakhan, man. Jesse Jackass, Al Sharpton, Creflo Dollar, Geno Jennings, and what his name is, T.D. Snakes, man. Your leaders have been set up. Your LeBrons, all your athletes, man. All your rappers. Cause when you ask Jake, they either want to be an athlete. I'm talking about these young Jakes in school. They want to be an athlete or a rapper, man, or an actor. I want to be like Denzel or Will Smith. And all these niggas that gave up that box, man. Okay? Yeah, you heard what I said. Denzel and Will Smith gave up that box, man. Jamie Foxx, T.I., Jeezy, Lil Wayne, they done gave up that box, man. Yeah. Again, you heard me correctly. They gave up that box, man. You know, when you make it, you got to maintain your status. So what you got to do? You got to give up that box. When you make it, you got to maintain your bag, man. That's doing anything. You got to maintain your bag. So I was just thinking about these guys, man, that the Lord had set up to destroy 2/3 of Jake. Cause the whole elect, the Lord woke up, man. The Lord woke up the whole elect and brought them out of that madness. But 2/3, they threw, man. And they are going to continue to follow their leaders until they wind up in a ditch, man. They're gonna look up one day and they're gonna be in a pit where it's nothing but burning, man. Wailing and gnashing of teeth. That's all it's gonna be. And it's supposed to be that way, man. So again, call out Yahweh Shema Shah for not letting us die in the pit, man. See, the hopeful elect got hope. Their faith through Yahweh Shema Shah. Everybody else is just following leaders, man. They are not paid to go the right way, man. They are paid to take you into a ditch. Oh, this movie. I like to watch this movie. Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, right? In the end of the movie, close to the end of the movie, They used the one guy to lure him in, right? They used him. And you got guys that's willing to die just to fulfill whatever who's over them, whatever their agenda is. The guy said, yeah, they got your girl. They used me to lure you in. And he killed himself. There you got Jakes like that, man, that has been paid off to lure you in, even though they know they're going to die. They know they're going to die. And they don't give a damn about dying, and they're going to take you with them. That's Esau's motive, man. He know that he's going to be destroyed. He's a crab in the bucket, and he's trying to take down many of us as possible, man. The beautiful thing is, the Lord is only letting him take down 2/3 of our slow-belly people, man. But you got Jakes that have took in the bag, and they ready to die. They're going to take you with them. Just like in the movie Shooter. He told him, hey, they used me to lure you in, man. And he killed himself. Jake took the bag just to lure you in, and they're going to die with you. They're going to walk with you to the pit. They're going to walk with you right into the slaughterhouse, man. They was paid off to do it, man. So I'm just meditating on this. The Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikah Qurash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, already concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the ark pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shed light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the walk through our lesson learning. You few sisters who are listening, walk tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. And I'm going to say this. Again, 1 Corinthians 4:15, the Lord say, though you have 10,000 instructors in Mashiach, yet have you not many fathers, right? Also, in Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, it reads this. Let's see if I can get this. Bear with me, yeah. It's a Ecclesiasticus 6:6. It's a it reads, be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. So as I read to you in 1 Corinthians 4:15, when it say, though you have 10,000 instructors in the Mashiach, yet have you not many fathers, right? Our fathers are the apostles of Great Millstone. The elder bishops and elders are our spiritual uncles. So it said, though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have you not many fathers, right? Well, it did say, because among these groups, the Lord gave us our spiritual fathers and leaders. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6:6. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. So out of all these groups, the Lord gave us one counselor, and it's the apostles of Great Millstone, man. Those are our leaders, man. Those are our leaders, man. The scriptures say, and tell you in 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, continue thou. Let's read that. This is 2 Timothy 3:14. It reads, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And we learn from the apostles of Great Millstone, man. You got these guys, and as the head brother of the camp, or the brother Nahoya, always say, these other camps, man, it's just entry-level camps, man. They just tell you that you're a Hebrew Israelite. But the Lord advances your knowledge, your everything, your way to the kingdom through the apostles of Great Millstone, man. Elder bishops and elders. Again, thank you all for tuning in. The Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your house and stay prayed up. May the blessing of Alexa be upon your house. Until next time, I say Shalom. Wa, Wa, Wa.